Hey guys, so I'm coming on here to share a dream that I had. So it was the same night that I had those visions, and that my husband had that vision. The same night that we did that video together, which was like, what, a week ago-ish? I'm not sure. So that same night, I had a dream where I got to see a bit of what's going to happen after the rapture. So, and there was a little warning in there, and then some other details I'm going to share with you guys. So, in the dream, I was with my 2 children, and I knew that this was kind of an observant type dream. There was a warning in there for me personally to kind of pay attention to and be cautious of, which I'm sure could help many of you as well. And then, and then I got to see some stuff after. It was a little nuts. So anyway, I was at this big building. It looked almost like the White House, but I know it wasn't the White House. It was wider, it was off-white, and it had this like almost, I don't know, it was really fancy looking. It was kind of fancier, and it was wider, and there were more pillars, I think. But anyway, there was this like huge field by it, and it was dark outside, and I was in this building with my daughter and my son, and there were a bunch of other people there and a bunch of kids. There were just tons of people in this building. And I just kept feeling like the Lord's coming any second. And then I knew. So I didn't hear a trumpet in my dream. It wasn't like that, but I just knew in my spirit that the Lord was there. And I was like, I think I might have been yelling that he was there. And I turned around to find my one friend to make sure that my friend was running out with us. And that was a warning. So when I did that, I was running back looking for my friend, and halfway towards running to find my friend, I felt this feeling inside like, oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to do that. Like when the Lord comes, we run out to him. We're not to be worrying about other people. Like, it's basically every man for themselves. I know it sounds kind of horrible, but like it really is. So in this dream, I missed it, and I was like getting all panicky. I was like, oh my gosh, like I never should have turned around looking for my friend, which that really kind of stood out to me because I can take things a little too far sometimes, worrying about the people that I love, and trying to help them, and like if I see them doing things, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like worldly, get it together, like the Lord's coming, we need to be watching. And the Lord's been talking to me about this, about taking a little too far. He's been helping me since I had that dream of more of like letting go. And I just really appreciate how the Lord just showed me that, because I've been asking, stuff like that, like, Lord, is there anything I need to, work on and stuff like that. So anyway, the dream carries on. I'm running around this building. My kids keep almost separating from the chaos, and I'm just gathering them together. And we finally run out. There's chaos. There's like adults running everywhere, kids running everywhere. And I had this knowing that demons were let loose. All different kinds of demons were let loose everywhere. And I run into this big kitchen. It looked kind of like just like a business type kitchen. It was huge. And I run in there with my kids, and I'm trying to find places to hide them, because I knew that there was a specific kind of demon that was out running around. And he had this shape-shifting power, which is interesting, because that same night before I had that dream, shapeshifter, I don't know if you guys remember, was being told to me from the Lord in between visions. So this demon, whether it was Satan or a demon, I'm thinking it was a demon because of some things he said. But anyway, this demon could turn in, he had magic power I knew that, and he could turn into wind. Like, he was so fast and he could turn into wind. So this demon comes in, and I'm like, oh man, it's too late. Like, I was sitting there trying to hide my kids, but it was too late. He comes in, and he's like, I need your children, or one of the children, or something like that. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to take me instead. And he kept trying, and he was super fast, y'all. Like, he could turn to the wind. He kept trying to, like, get to my kids, but I kept standing in front of them and blocking them. And then finally, he's standing across the room, and my children were behind me, just terrified, shaking in fear, and they ran off. And a part of me was, like, so happy that they escaped, but then a part of me was, like, a little concerned because I knew there were other demons loose, like, running around. And also because I wasn't with them. But I was just happy that they got away. So I'm like, all right, so, you know, this is crazy. Let's see what happens. And the demon, or he looked like a guy. He didn't look like an actual demon, but I knew that he was. He was evil. He had powers. I knew demons were loose, all that stuff. And he just said to me, he pulled out a knife, and he was like, the master wants a child. And he turned into the wind and flew up behind me. Oh, sorry guys. He turned into the wind and flew up behind me and started, like, rapidly pulling all the layers of my shirts up. And then he tried stabbing me in the stomach with this knife. And I just had this feeling like that I was possibly about to die. So I look up at the ceiling with tears in my eyes and a smile, and I just said, Jesus, I love you. Just kind of preparing to die. But I had such a peace, and those were the last words that I guess I said was, Jesus, I love you. But the knife was bouncing off of my stomach, and he couldn't kill me. But then I woke up from the dream. So that was it for that dream. That was really interesting. I freaked out a little bit after having it. I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to be left behind? And, but no, I took it to the Lord, and the Lord keeps reminding me, because he told me about a year ago that he was going to show me things, and have some angels reveal things to me also, but he said that I was going to see things, and some were going to be great, and some were not going to be, and not to fear. And, you know, just the fact that in that dream, like, the fact that I was looking up at the ceiling with tears in my eyes and a smile on my face, and just said, Jesus, I love you, and was almost looking forward to, you know, possibly being killed and seeing my Lord. As morbid as that may sound to some of you, I don't know, that's just me. But, yeah, so, you know, the Lord just really calmed me through that, and I was like, I just knew that I don't need to fear. I need to walk with him. There's some things I need to let go of. Yeah, like, that was definitely a warning that I'm putting too much of a concern on, you know, other people, like worrying about other people and where they're at and if they're gonna, you know, make it. And I feel like the Lord was just giving an example, like, listen, when I come, you run out to me. You don't turn around looking for other people or, you know, wondering if someone else has got it together. So that was a good warning, and thank you, Abba. I appreciate it. I'm getting it together. So just wanted to share that with you guys.